Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Niger's coup leaders have closed the country's airspace until further notice, citing the threat of military intervention from their neighbours. Flight tracking website Flightradar24 shows that there are currently no aircraft in Niger's skies. The West African group of countries, ECOWAS, had earlier warned it could use force if President Mohamed Bazoum was not reinstated by 11 p.m. on Sunday. A junta spokesman says Niger's armed forces are ready to defend the country. Mr. Bazoum was detained on the 26th of July, and General Chiani, commander of the Presidential Guard, later proclaimed himself the new leader. At least 30 people have been killed and 100 injured when a train derailed in southern Pakistan, that's according to a police spokesman. Several carriages of the Hazara Express overturned near Sahara railway station in Nawabshah, about 275 kilometres from the largest city, Karachi. Wounded passengers were moved to nearby hospitals. Rescue teams are trying to free people from the twisted wreckage. Videos posted on social media show dozens of people at the site of the accident, with some passengers climbing out of the overturned carriages. The Beijing contingent of Chinese People's Armed Police has been brought in to help with flood relief and reconstruction work in several districts after at least 10 people died in Hebei province in northern China. A total of 4,600 police officers from the PAP participated in the emergency flood relief and rescue work in the Mentogu and Fangshan regions. Officials evacuated more than half of its 11.5 million people from areas thought to be at high risk of landslides and floods. Storm Doksuri, which hit mainland China last week, has brought the worst rains in 140 years. Hebei province, neighbouring Beijing, is said to be one of the worst affected areas. Meanwhile, the moment a house fell into the Mendenhall River in Alaska's capital has been caught on camera. Eyewitness drone footage captured the dramatic moment following glacial floods. The subsidence prompted city officials to issue evacuation orders for residents on one street. Thousands of scouts at an international event in South Korea are being evacuated from a campsite due to an incoming tropical storm. Several countries, including the UK, had already left, blaming high temperatures and poor sanitary conditions at the camp. UK Scouts Chief Executive Matt Hyde said he felt let down by organisers and UK activities had been set back years. Attended by more than 40,000 young people, the World Scout Jamboree has been plagued by problems from the start.
So I would just encourage that there is a proper independent learning review so we all capture lessons, whether that applies to future jamborees or any other events that anyone, frankly, is organising, because we cannot be put in this situation again. It's not fair on anyone.
Russia will evacuate a village in its far east when it launches its first lunar landing spacecraft in 47 years to search for ice near the south pole of the moon. A local official said residents of the village of Shakhtinsky will be moved out on Friday because of a 1 in a million chance that one of the rocket boosters that launches the Luna 25 lander could fall to Earth there. The launch from the Vostochny Cosmodrome, 3,450 miles east of Moscow, will take place 4 weeks after India sent up its Chandrayaan-3 lunar lander, also heading for the south pole of the moon. And the blockbuster film Barbie has topped $1 billion in box office ticket sales worldwide since its debut.
Hey Barbie, can I come to your house tonight?
Sure. I don't have anything big planned, just a giant blowout party with all the Barbies and planned choreography and a bespoke song. You should stop by.
So cool.
In a statement, Warner Brothers said the fantasy comedy movie had taken in $459 million from domestic theatres counting the United States and Canada, and another $572 million overseas for a total of $1.03 billion. Oscar-nominated Barbie writer and director Greta Gerwig also became the first female filmmaker to surpass the billion-dollar benchmark as a solo director. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.